Dance Arts of Columbia provides fitness fun for everyone from 3 years old to adult. Dance Arts is a good environment where the friendly staff makes you feel comfortable. Dance Arts feels that dance is an art form that you can experience firsthand by learning tap, jazz, modern, musical theater, lyrical, and ballet. Dance Arts urges you to enjoy a sense of accomplishment while getting fit and having fun. For class information, call 875-1569. Dance Arts of Columbia, serving Columbia since 1979.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. This is Friday, January the 13th. Friday the 13th. I hope you're not superstitious. I don't think our two guests today are. Let's start first of all with Jessica Dulle.
Yes.
Welcome to Radio Friends, Jessica.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about an organization that's been around for 60 years. 60 years. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was a fairly new organization, but you had moved away, you came back, and you decided you're going to start putting a face on Capitol Arts in Columbia.
It's actually in Jefferson City.
Yes, I know it's in Jefferson City, but you're going to put a face.
Definitely.
You're going to put a face on it here in Columbia.
Definitely.
Yeah. Tell me about the organization.
Well, Capitol Arts is actually in Jefferson City, Missouri. We're on Missouri Boulevard, and we focus on supporting the arts in visual arts, performing arts. We have a dedicated group of volunteers that go out and also do arts education in Jefferson City. So it's a really special organization. And we have a gallery space that opened up. It's a beautiful gallery, and it's been there for about 2 years. And we have exhibitions that people can enter into. We do ceramics, we do paintings, we do stained glass, jewelry, all types of arts.
Wow. How many artists do you have participating?
Oh gosh, in this particular exhibit that we have now, The Gift of Giving, that's going to be up until about mid-January, we have over 30 artists that are involved in that. And they range from all over the state. We actually have artists from St. Charles area, Marshall, Missouri. I believe we have a couple of Columbia artists, Jefferson City, and so it's a nice compilation and a good place to be.
But you wanted to come up here today just to get the word out.
Yes.
To let people know that Capitol Arts is down in Jefferson City, and you want folks to come down and visit.
We do. We want them to come visit. The gallery is open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, and then also on Saturday and Sundays. But we also have shows. We have a men's show that's coming up, Art by Men, for Men, and About Men, where if there are artists in Columbia or the surrounding areas that would like to participate, they can. We're a juror gallery, so if they're interested in submitting to that. And we also have the next exhibit.
Is there a deadline for submitting that?
If they can get a hold of me, it would be great, because that exhibit's going to start at the end of January.
The end of January. So well, how do they get in touch with you?
They can go to our website and actually get the information.
The website is
www.capitolarts.org.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
And they can get all the information.
And it's open to everybody. You live in Jefferson City, you live in Columbia, you live in Marshall or Moberly. Everybody is invited to take part.
It is. It's admissions free.
Okay.
It's admission free gallery.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, we'd love to have people come out, and if there are artists in the Columbia area or surrounding areas, please feel free. We've got the men's show. If that doesn't fit with what you do, we have a fibers exhibition that's coming up. So if you're a fiber artist that are looking for a new place to exhibit.
I want you to come back again.
Okay.
And we'll talk about the ongoing projects that you have.
Sounds terrific.
Okay, and before you leave here, we'll find another date for you.
Sounds terrific.
Okay, Jessica Dullе. Thank you. And see, I didn't call you Julie, did I? She was afraid I was going to Julie Dulley.
Yes, like a cartoon character.
No, Jessica Dulley. Good to have you here from Capitol Arts. Now we turn to Chris Stevens, who is the new Cultural Affairs Director for the City of Columbia. Good to have you. I feel like I'm surrounded by really
like
artistic.
A big giant culture sandwich, right?
Exactly. I like that, a culture sandwich.
We'll have to remember that.
Yeah. So Chris Stevens, how does it feel to be the new director?
Pretty overwhelming so far.
Yeah.
It is a small office. There's only 3 employees, and we have a fairly small budget as far as city budgets go. But we have a lot of activities that come out of that office.
Yeah. So what have you got planned for 2012?
Whoo, boy. We have a lot of catching up to do. The position's been empty for a little while, so we have a lot of catching up to do. Currently, we have 2% for art projects in the works right now. The City Hall 4th and 5th floors, and the Short Street parking garage is coming up soon. We'll be looking for artists for that percent for art project. We also have a traffic box art project in the works right now.
what?
Traffic box art. If you notice when you go around downtown, some of the traffic boxes have been painted by a local artist. The idea there partly was for kind of fun and beautification of downtown, but it was also a way to deter graffiti. One of the things they found is artists will not cover up other artists' work. So
Even graffiti artists will not cover it.
and so far, with one little tiny exception, all of the traffic box art that is down there already has not been defaced,
That's
defamed,
great.
whatever.
That's
So,
great.
so we have another one of those projects coming up as well. And I've got to get out there and foresee some of my goals out there too.
And what are some of your goals?
Well, I've talked a lot about trying to get more people to buy into the arts. We talk a lot about the arts and how important they are to our lives, but how do I get more people to go from just general awareness to be true art consumers? To actually buy a ticket to the ballet or the symphony or go to the art league and buy a piece of artwork off the wall.
You talk about the symphony. When you listen to that live symphony orchestra at the Missouri Theater, there is nothing like it.
That's right, but
There is nothing like it.
So one of my challenges is trying to figure out how to get people off the couch and into the theater, into the ballet, and again the Symphony Society,
Yeah.
to the art league, to the jazz series.
Oh, yes. I was so fortunate to be a part of that Christmas, the Christmas program that the Missouri Symphony did, read the night before Christmas. And I was sitting in the audience for the first half of the show, listening to that beautiful music. And I was thinking to myself, I've heard all of these pieces of recordings before, but there is nothing like listening to it live, and listening to it live in that beautiful surrounding of the Missouri Theater.
I keep telling people, if you'll just break out of the house for just a few minutes, you will not regret coming to one of these performances and seeing them live.
Yeah.
Whether it's theater, symphony, music, whatever it is, they won't regret it.
So that's the message that you're getting across to people.
I'm
become
trying to
more
fill some
involved
seats.
in the arts.
That's right.
Yeah. And so we've got art in Jefferson City with Capital Arts, and we've got art in Columbia. Well, how'd you put it? I was sitting in between a big
cultural sandwich, or like a cultural Oreo. I don't know.
I like that. I like that. Radio friends.
Whatever it is, it tastes good. Everybody should come out and have
So,
a taste.
if people want more information or they want to get in touch with your department, how do they do that?
Well, best is probably our website, which is gocolumbiamo.com/arts.
Okay.
That's an easy
All right.
way to find us.
Chris, thank you so much
Thanks
for
having
coming
us.
by.
I
And
want to
please,
come back and visit with you regularly.
I would love to have you come back, and we'll talk about the cultural affairs in Columbia.
There's a lot to be said.
All right. Monday, Henry Atkinson will be with us. We'll talk about Martin Luther King Day. That is Monday. Our program directed by Travis McMillen of the Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio, Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director is Will Claggett, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. If you're going to be out and about today, be very careful. I know you're not superstitious, even though it is Friday the 13th. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.